Hoorah, Marines! My name is Sergeant BugStomper, and today we're going to be playing some Aliens Dark Descent. Now, I've been playing this game for about 2 months now. I've beat it twice, once on medium, once on hard, and I gotta say, this is probably my favorite game of all time, so far at least. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting a completely new game, and I'm going to be playing on Nightmare mode. So, we're going to set all of our settings to Nightmare because we are ultimate badasses. And what else we got here? Save. I'm going to keep the save system permissive just because I'm not a masochist. But other than that, I don't mind adding a bit of We Too Late. Get some more aliens in there. I'm going to go ahead and skip the prologue because it's kind of boring and there's not a lot of bugs to stomp. And really, you know, that's why we're here. We're here to stomp bugs extra crunchy. So if that's what you like, that's what you're here for, you come to the right place. Welcome aboard, Marine. Like and subscribe to become an ultimate badass. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the mission. Alright, if you're new to this game and you haven't seen it before, if you're not aware of what happens in the prologue, essentially this person here, Maiko Hayes, she's a deputy administrator at a place called Pioneer Station where the game starts. Now some crazy shit went down and some xenomorphs got on board, and I'm sure you guys can guess how that went. But Maiko was saved right before she got ripped to pieces by Sergeant Jonas Harper of the Colonial Marines, and now we are on board the Atago. So to make sure no more aliens escape the planet and the surrounding rings, Maiko activated something called Cerberus Protocol, which shut down all of the ships in low orbit and high orbit around the planet. Unfortunately, the Atago was one of them. So we are grounded, but the Atago is our base of operation. So let's take a look around. Here's our command deck. This will be kind of where you'll get the general overview of how things are going, how many Marines you have available, if anyone needs anything in the med bay, that kind of stuff. Heading over to med bay, right? We're going to see a place where we can heal our Marines after missions if they take some damage. Now, a really cool thing that I like about this game is that it's persistent. Right, so we'll see when we get into the game here, but you're going to be on an open map with objectives, right? And you don't have to complete those objectives in one go. You can deploy and extract at will, which is great. And anything you've done on the map before or during your last deployment will remain. Any mines you planted, any doors you welded, right? Anything you've done will remain on the map. Now, the downside is, you know, resources are a little bit limited. Our three main resources that we're going to be working with are ammo, medkits, and toolkits. Now, I personally think toolkits are the most important thing. Ammo, there's ways to kind of get around it. You know, you can get a skill for your Marines eventually that lets them get ammo when they're resting. But since we're not quite there yet, this is an absolutely new game. We got a squad full of fresh Marines. We're not going to have access to that yet. So ammo will be an important consideration for us as well. But what I wanted to say about that is, let's say I pick up all of the ammo on the map. In my first deployment, I got like 30 clips or 30 magazines. Well, I've now screwed myself for my next deployment because, you know, in the event that I don't finish everything on that first run, when I come back, those ammo boxes that I had taken over or had picked up, they're still going to be picked up. They don't respawn. So there's a bit of tactical planning that comes into play when you're thinking about using your resources. But the original thing I was going to here was, you know, that persistence carries over to what your Marines experience, right? So you can use medkits to heal your Marines in the mission, and you know you can get their health back up. But any damage that they received is persistent damage that will need to be healed by spending time in the med bay. Now we can shorten this time, I should say, by putting Marines through intensive care. So right here we have 2 physicians available. Luckily, we just got 1 Marine from the tutorial.
This one's
right?
a priority.
This is just there because they got to show us how to do it. But yeah, you can while your Marines are being healed, they're out of action. They cannot deploy. And eventually, I don't want to spoil too much for the game because I plan to make this a full playthrough of the entire game. Eventually, right, you're not going to have time to wait for your Marines to heal. So, or at least it gets a lot more difficult, right? Especially when some of your best guys are out and you got to go in with a squad of newbies against a queen or something like that. One thing I also want to mention, I'm a low spec gamer. Right, my PC does the job for what I'm trying to do. Now, you know, one of the things I've heard about this game before I got it was that the models and some of the stuff there is not quite up to par. It's a little dated. Now, that might be true, but please don't base your opinion on that on my gameplay footage. Like I said, right, this game looks a lot better when you're not playing on an old potato. So yeah, don't judge it too hard from there. But even still, I think this game is absolutely beautiful. It makes me feel like I'm in an Aliens movie, Lieutenant Gorman sitting in that APC guiding through, and at the end of the day, that's what I was looking for. So, since we're in the workshop here now, you have these resources that you gather on the map, and we have engineers. So right now we have 2. They'll also generate some passive resources as days go by. Right, and these are really important because 1, they'll let us purchase weapons. Now, right now, what we have available... Oh, I'm gonna click this thing. What we have available right now is basics, shotgun, pulse rifle, service pistol. Shotgun's really good at close range. It's something you always want to have. I have it through my entire playthrough on the last 2 times just because those Xenos get pretty close. And when they're close, you don't really want to keep them that close for long. So shotgun's going to be a real big help there. Pulse rifle, it's a starting rifle. Also something I'll have on my Marines all the way through the playthrough. And purely because of the grenade skill. The underbarrel grenade launcher is a lifesaver, especially when you're dealing with swarms or large groups of enemies, right? The grenades will do you quite some service there. Now, in terms of what I think I'm going to do with this run, definitely my priority, because one thing I'll tell you about this game is the optimal way to play, maybe not the most fun way to play, but the optimal way to play is to remain in stealth as long as possible. And luckily, as long as possible isn't that long a lot of the time, right? Which, on one hand, maybe skill issue. But on the other hand, I'm here to fight aliens. I don't want to be sneaking around the entire time. That being said, I would like to choose when I want to fight aliens. A lot of this game is based around how you position your squad, where you decide to make stands during onslaughts and that kind of stuff. So, being able to silently snipe a xenomorph that might potentially discover my squad, when it's a lone xenomorph, especially if you got a Marine with a silencer skill, that can really give you a lot of options, and it can save you quite a bit there. All right, so we've got a transmission from a colony called Dead Hills, and we've lost contact with them. So we're gonna send some Marines to go and take a look. Let's see what we got here. So, since this is the first mission, starting from scratch, it's a bit of like a tutorial, right? I won't be able to edit my Marines loadout. Not that I have any resources to really change anything up right now anyways. But, I kind of don't like that it forces you to just do that with the squad, right?
Uploading mission data.
Luckily, these guys look about the same. This will do for this run. I'm a big fan of the Colonial Marines. I really like the frog leaf from the movies, so I always keep my Marines, on the frog leaf color. That being said, whatever color they are, I want them to look the same. So stuff like this kind of pisses me off a little bit, but we don't have any of them that are like pink or purple, which is available, and if that's what you like, that's up to you. But I like my militaries to look like militaries, you know what I mean? Like, I don't play Fortnite. Alright, so we can't really do anything here right now. We don't have any additional weapons, and even if we did, we can't upgrade anything. So we're going to go with what we got right now with those 4 greenhorn rookies. Here as well, right, I tend to not ever spend resources on these things because a lot of the time you'll be able to carry them out of missions you can use for later. And even when you can't, I would rather go in with no tools or no medkits and find that along the way, rather than spend those resources that I could otherwise spend for weapons or upgrade my Marines. But I found that that's the optimal way to go. Alrighty, here we come, landing in on Dead Hills. I like the Aliens universe as much as I do is because the tech seems like it, could actually exist someday. And I know it's a bit of a movie, right? I'm sure in 1986 when the movie came out, they had a bit of a different idea of what the future would look like, right? But that being said, I don't think armor and ARCs, APCs are something that will never happen.
I think so.
Right?
This tech's old, but I can work with it.
That's kind of my gripe with Star Wars and Star Trek and all that kind of stuff. It's a little too fantastical for me, and I can't really get into it. Not that, aliens that attach to your face and then pop out of your chest are a lot more realistic, But in terms of the Colonial Marines, I think they could definitely be a real fighting force. Or at least a believable fighting force.
Come on.
Alright, so we're going to open up the gate here. We want the ARC to be able to move through. I don't think we'll get the option to move it just yet. Now, I've watched people play this game before. You know, they do a lot of running. I would like my Marines to survive, and since this is my first time playing on Nightmare, I've heard that they'll put the xenomorphs in different places, you know, where you wouldn't expect. So, since this is the first mission, where it's going to be a little while before we see any xenomorphs, I might actually just skip that, to be honest. It's going to be probably 10-20 minutes of me just walking around looking for things. But regardless, I'm going to do it slow, because I want to win, I want to survive, and most importantly, I want to stop some fucking bugs.
Door's locked.
Run a bypass. Let's get in there.
Got it. Right.
Alright, let's head on in.
Hey, Harper. No sign of movement from up here. Do you see anything?
Not a soul. Place is a real ghost town.
Don't you worry none, Sarge. You've got a squad of big, strong Marines to keep you safe.
When she said that, I definitely thought of the scene from Aliens when they just make it into the hive. Boys, I think our objective here, you know, is to give the Colonial Marines a good name again. We're gonna avenge those boys at Hadley's Hope. We're gonna stomp those bugs extra crunchy. We're gonna kill them all. We're gonna burn their eggs. We're gonna burn their children, and we're gonna make them go extinct. So, let's kill some bugs. So a cool feature in this game is the flashlight mechanic. Now, to be honest, right, might not be the most useful thing in the world, right? The biggest thing you're going to use it for is to highlight areas, mostly bodies, that can be looted for things. But later on, there's a skill that makes this very useful. But really, other than that, right, my favorite part about the flashlight is, you know, it makes me feel like I'm in an Aliens movie, right? So let me just show you right here. So now you got your hallway here, cinematic. You know, you're moving through, you're careful. You gotta have a guy look over to the left, make sure. And you have another guy watching his back, and it'll move to the Marine in the unit that is most effective or in the best position to shine the light. So, and that little walk right there gave me more immersion than all of Aliens Colonial Marines, which is good. Alright, we're going to continue on here. I'm not expecting any hostiles just yet. We're about to reach the SATCOM room. Get some communications up, and let's find those colonists.
What have we got?
Satellite communications access looks intact. Which is more
Did the
than can
bugs
be
get
said
him?
for the operator.
No answers here. Looks like he killed himself.
Guy must have hated his job.
Yikes.
Don't we all?
If you're done, how about getting me plugged in?
Might sound brutal to say, but I feel like in the Aliens universe, this might be one of the better ways to go. Especially when you got a hive, or an infestation, I should say.
Check.
Alright, let's connect up with the Otago. Is there anything here in terms of resources that we didn't pick up? Nope. Alright, once we're connected in, we're going to cut this door, we're going to keep on moving.
Establishing satellite uplink. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Link established.
Looks like someone put the colony on lockdown.
You know how long it'll take to burn through every door in the complex?
If you can get to the township HQ, you should be able to shut off emergency status. That'll open up the doors. I can also scan for the settlers' personal data transmitters from there.
Okay, squad, you heard the lady. We'll get this door unwelded and continue our path towards the colony headquarters.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Some things I want to mention for you guys that have played this game. You might notice a few differences, right? I actually have some mods installed because my biggest gripe, and actually one of the biggest gripes that I hear about this game all the time, is the Marine voice lines. And I don't think they're bad, right? They're not poorly done. They're just oddly annoying, right? And a lot of the time, they're pretty misplaced. Imagine you're sneaking past a xenomorph, right? You're so close to you,
Nobody touched nothing.
and then suddenly you hear, "Move on." Okay. I mean, I don't know, man. So instead, what I've done is I've put in a mod that'll put voices from the game,
We're not getting through
or
here.
from the movie,
Looks
into
like
the game.
someone wasn't taking any chances.
Squad lead, use C4 to clear the wreckage.
Alrighty.
All right. Squad
The only other difference you will notice is when I'm welding doors. So I'm using a mod that makes door welding a command point-based ability as opposed to being a tool-based. And it does make the game a little easier, I'm not gonna lie. But there is a reason for it. Welding doors, you know, there's so many points in my previous playthroughs that I thought, man, it would have been so cool to weld that door, it would have helped me out quite a bit, but I just don't want to spend the tools. Because tools, right, like I said in the beginning, it's one of the most important tools you have. Those toolkits, not only will they help you weld doors so your Marines can rest, they'll also let you use an ability called Tactical Analysis, right? And so what this does is it instantly regenerates 2 command points. Now, you know, when you're shooting into a horde of aliens, 2 extra grenades, 2 extra shotgun blasts, or 1 of each can be the difference between getting out alive and not getting out at all. So having, you know, at least 1 tool spare so I can use tactical analysis is a necessity for me. And because of that, I was never welding doors. I was missing tactical opportunities just because it was never worth it, which kind of sucked. So I remedied that by making it a command point based ability. If you don't like that, go pound sand. Alright, moving deeper into the station here. No movement so far. You got a lot of closed doors. It's pretty dark in here, so I am using the flashlight. We're gonna keep moving. So, tell me this doesn't feel like you're watching the Aliens movie just from a different perspective. Like, I wasn't kidding when I said that I love this game. This is my favorite game. About 1 or 2 months is all it took for me to get hooked, and I've just been playing it ever since.
Oh, Roger, that's a 216.
What the hell is that? Looks like some kind of skin.
What the hell
Did
is
they not
that?
teach you about biohazards in the USCM? Don't touch it!
You done? Good.
What a nerd.
Marines, there's something in here with us. It doesn't take a genius to guess at what. Stay sharp.
So, obviously, I've played this game, so I've seen this before, but I never understood what this is actually supposed to be. This foreskin that someone has accidentally left behind on the floor here. Now, I'm assuming what this is, you know, when the chest burster morphs into a full-grown xenomorph, I assume it sheds its skin to kind of make room for that, for the larger size. So I'm guessing that's what that is. Not sure though. Just never explained. Just call it skin. Okay. Found some skin on the floor. Alright. So you notice I'm still playing pretty lax. Right now, we're just moving through. We haven't hit the scripted point when the enemies start spawning.
You're probably looking for
But
other ways
while
to
we're
get
moving,
in.
I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the game. So, alright, it looks like we found an elevator here. I do want to look around. So another thing this game will do that's kind of cheeky, right, is it'll put barriers in your way that cost resources to dislodge, right? So we saw this earlier. These barricades, they can be dislodged by using ammo, right? Demolition charges, well, they take up ammo. There's also encrypted door terminals that require a toolkit to open. Now, the trick is, or the joke here is that sometimes, right, that clearing that blockage is the only way to get to a bunch of goodies. right? Sometimes you'll make all of your resources you spent back, and then some, by just opening that door. Sometimes, though, you're gonna have a blockage like this, right?
Copying this.
We were over here. This is where that skin was, right? And so I could have wasted one of my 3 ammo to blow this blockage, and essentially I would have saved myself 10 seconds of time. So there's always some thinking involved when it comes to these kinds of things. Is it worth it to clear that blockage, or can you find a way around?
Squad online.
Alright, we're gonna finish looting here. I'm gonna go back the way I came. I don't want to spend ammo because we don't have too much of it, to be honest.
Still Marines and we gotta jump.
There's no bugs here, so I'm gonna have my Marines run, get their blood pumping a little. And I'm trying to get into this room, but it looks like there's no way. Interesting. What about... Oh. I guess I have truly seen it all. So far. Alright, let's head over to the elevator then.
Squad online.
We're getting to that Timu elevator,
Come
I think.
on, you've watched too many movies. It was built by the way you. It'll hold. Get us upstairs.
Affirmative.
Alright, let's head on over to the second floor.
Get out of here, now!
Yeah, they rode that Timu elevator.
What the hell just happened?
Lift fragged. Nearly took us with it. We'll need another way out. Told you! Frickin' told you!
Shut up, Leon.
Squad online.
Alright, so I get the feeling we're gonna be hitting those bugs soon, and I'm very happy because that's why I'm
You're
here.
at the HQ. You should be able to deactivate
But we
lockdown.
still got a little bit of time, so we'll get as many resources as we can. On
Aye,
Nightmare
sir.
difficulty, I've heard the Xenomorphs are quite a bit stronger.
Anyway,
I got a little bit more health.
Better look at it.
I didn't put any perfect organism in, just because, you know, I still want to have a chance at winning. I'm by no
Deactivating
means
now.
an RTS
Let's hope this
expert.
works.
I do enjoy RTS
Okay, now
games
let's
and
check
I've
out the
played quite a
colonist's
few of them in my
personal
life,
data
but
transmitters.
I am
For that,
not
I'll need the sector
someone
map.
who's
Go ahead and find it.
extremely good at it. But I can get my way around. Alright, we're going to get to the sector map here. What this will do, and most maps will have a sector map somewhere on there, this will allow you to spend toolkits to reveal areas of the map. And so, me being someone who likes to explore on this game, I like to check every room, get every resource as much as I can. I try to make use of these as much as I can as well. So, this second floor here, I actually don't think there's too much of a reason. So I'm guessing there's some stuff here that I don't know about. But we'll get there. Right now, let's do the objective as the tutorial is forcing us. Oh, and we do have to reveal this floor. All right. So this floor is revealed. We've got a couple areas to explore here, but let's see where the objective takes us. I'm going to go ahead and reveal the first floor as well, just because I'm sure we're going to be going into these buildings moving forward. And it would be nice to see where we're going and what to expect, at least in terms of structure layout.
What have we got, Hayes?
I'm reading 7 signals with vitals. Wait, one's right inside the room.
Oh, you don't sound too healthy.
Hey, you! In the locker! My trigger finger's itching. So come out. But come out friendly-like, yeah?
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! I just don't feel so good.
Calm down, we're not gonna hurt you. What happened here?
It got me. It got me like the others.
It got him. What does he mean?
All right, settle it
We
down.
know what he means.
Something. I had something on my face, and then.
We know what he means. Fucking kill him, put him out of his misery. What are you gonna wait for
What
it?
the hell?
Disappointing, Marines. This was a dishonorable move.
Ceasefire!
They should have shot him right away.
He said something latched onto his face. I've seen that. It's what happened to McDonald and the others on Pioneer. I think these creatures use us as incubators.
What the hell are you talking about?
The creatures on Pioneer, the thing we just saw, they're the same. One grows from the other. That's probably why we found that skin down there.
So we could be seeing a lot more of them here? How many?
I like how they'll mention it
What's the
again,
population
but they
of Dead
won't actually
Hills?
tell us
I'd
what
start
it
there
is.
and hope for
And
better.
maybe that's the thing
I'm
that's going
not
to add
going
some
back.
mystery.
Give it a rest, Warden.
Random foreskin laying around on a
Securing
forest is
from
not
emergency
something that
lockdown.
I really
In
want to think
5,
about.
4, 3,
I'd much rather just
2,
know what it is.
1.
South door is open. Stay alert, Marines.
Alright,
These things
looks
can
like we got
attack
an
us
exit
from
here.
every direction now.
Squad online.
Potentially a room here with some additional resources. Now, do we miss anything in this room? We did. We missed a bunch of stuff in this room.
Look sharp.
Quickly go ahead and grab that. Now, you guys may have noticed, right? We have a squad of 4, but it operates as one unit. So, for example, right, when I give a move order, the whole squad moves together. Now, when I do an action, this, the squad will decide who the best person for that action is, and basically you just hope that it's not your shotgun guy or your grenade guy. Alright, let's see what we got here. A bit of resources. Anything else we missed in here? Alright, one more. Let's see if the flashlight will highlight it. There we go. Loot that corpse, Marines.
Roger, that's a 216.
You don't need it anymore anyways.
Let's move!
Alright. These are looking pretty clear here so far. I think we're gonna come up on an entrance to a tunnel pretty soon where the aliens will be popping out of.
Nobody touched nothing.
Anything in here that we missed? No.
Squad online.
Oh snap, there it is.
Harper, what am I looking at? An ingress point, maybe?
You think this is how those things got in? Squad lead,
You
deploy
think?
a field spotter. I want to know if anything comes out of this hole.
No, I think the way you installed that's the new air conditioner. Organic. Oh my god. See, I don't like it when the game does this. Like, I get this as a tutorial, right? But that little circle, if you saw that there,
Nice work,
further
team.
on,
If something comes out of there, we'll get a reading. Now let's get back to those survivors.
further on in the campaign, right? There's a section where the game teaches you how to place a sentry gun. 3 missions in, when you've been placing sentry guns all the time. And it makes a little circle in the area where you start the onslaught, right, to kind of progress the mission. Now, there's a secondary objective right before you start the onslaught, where you can go and pick up some extra ammo. And I went there. It's a few doors down, and I'll show that in future videos when we get to that mission. But essentially what happened is I had queued the tutorial for the smart gun, so it gave me a circle in a room 3 rooms away where I need to place my smart gun, and I can't place it anywhere else. And while I was in the armory, I had accidentally been spotted by some Xenos, started an onslaught, and I had absolutely 0 spark guns to place. I could not place them anywhere near, and I got screwed. So, that's why stuff like that kinda, I don't like it. Just let me do my thing, man. Alright. No hostiles yet, but I think that's going to change pretty soon here.
Nobody's home.
Harper, are you reading this?
Yeah, looks like the field spotters
No.
picked something up. Squad lead, check it out. Sweep and secure.
Movement detected. So, fucking finally, we're going to have some bugs to stomp. And they're going to be extra crunchy. But, oh, I missed some stuff there. Looks like we are going to come for you, buddy. It's been too long. My trigger finger's too itchy. I gotta shoot something.
Roger, that's a 216.
And it seems to be walking away from me. Alright, I'm just gonna grab these resources here, just because they are important.
Do you copy?
I really hope a new bug doesn't spawn while I'm doing this. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Because sometimes that'll happen. At points like a mimic chest, the game will put goodies in front of you, right in front of a vent where there's a xenomorph sitting, and you know, your character goes into the animation to pick up the ammo or the medkits or whatever, and it takes him a second to get out of it, and by that point,
Nobody's home.
the xenomorph has ripped his head off and glued it onto his... to something else, I guess, I don't know.
Squad online.
So that Xeno decided not to fight us. Disappointing. But I'm sure we'll get our chance soon enough. What this does mean now is that we genuinely have to be careful with how we proceed on the map now that enemies are spawning. So, I'm not going to rest just yet. Resting is how you save the game. Resting reduces stress. Right now here you see the Marines, all their stress is at 0 because they haven't been in combat. But the stress mechanic essentially is, you know, when things are happening, when you're being attacked, when you're being hunted, your Marines will get a little stressed out, right? I mean, I feel like I would too. There was, you know, 30, 40 xenomorphs coming at me and I had a handgun. But that stress will eventually lead to debuffs. And those debuffs will snowball into something so much worse. So it's very important to rest up, reduce the stress of your Marines, keep an eye on that always, because once you start getting to the 3rd level of stress, your Marines are essentially toddlers with sharp sticks. Alright,
Signal's weird.
pretty dark here. We're gonna be taking the path that avoids the aliens for now. But I do still want to explore. No, we're about to be spotted. And we just missed it. Perfect. So that alien's coming this way.
Sir,
We're gonna get some ammo and we're gonna get out of here.
Signal's weird.
So we can't hide anywhere. Will you take cover?
Squad
Alright,
online.
you know what? I can't help it. Marines, let's go kill some bugs. This has been too long without a proper stomping. Get some covering fire on there, and for one, we'll see how strong these Xenos really are. Okay. So they've pushed directly through the covering fire. Normally on medium or easy, that alien probably made it a third of the way that it did. But I'm a little bit scared now, because these guys are a lot stronger than I thought they'd be. So I'm gonna keep
All right,
some
listen
covering fire. I'm gonna weld this door.
Seal. Now.
Oh god, it's going straight for that dude. Oh, and I am messing up a little bit.
And there's nothing.
So we're gonna use our tactical analysis to get some command points. We're gonna shut down this Xeno. When Xenos die close to you, there's a chance they'll take acid damage. Yeah, and as you can see, stress is building. Our Marines, right now, they're being hunted. So far, hasn't had too much of an effect. But we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. And another cool thing that I learned on my second playthrough is that if you seal yourself in a shelter while you're being hunted, it'll actually interrupt the hunt. And so, you know, this is a great skill to know, because as soon as you interrupt the hunt, the less speed, highest aggressiveness either will run, and the further away you are from an onslaught or a category 2 xenomorph, which are a giant pain in the ass. So, we've sheltered in place here. We're going to relieve some stress, take a bit of a break, get a save in there as well, and then we'll crack on here down with our mission.
Every paycheck a fortune.
Every formation a parade. Man, I love April.
Squad online.
Alright. We're going to continue our methodical move through. Let's check this room to see if there's anything here we can use.
All right.
Anything else? One more right there. Alright. Medkits are never a bad idea. So we got a Xeno here. Just waiting to see where it goes so I can go around it. Now that I know the Xenomorphs are quite a bit stronger than I'm used to, I'm a little more apprehensive of them.
Touch nothing.
Like I said a little earlier in the video, a really big key part of this game and the tactics is positioning your squad and choosing the hill you want to die on, essentially. Right? You want to limit the amount of directions the Xenomorphs can come at you. You want to make sure you're using covering fire and flares, which will improve your Marine's accuracy on aliens that run through the kind of the lit up area. You'll be using oh god. Talk myself into... See if I can escape these guys by just running away. Oh, and I can't. Alright, we'll get covering fire on that door, and we're gonna pull backwards. Critical hit. Amazing. Oh, shit. They're gonna be behind us too. We're actually gonna move back this way. I don't like fighting in these narrow corridors, because, you know, the Xenos can come around any corner. The motion tracker will give you a little bit of fair warning, but still they're pretty fast. And sometimes, especially when I'm talking, it's still difficult. Okay, so we've got a few guys. I'm actually gonna go ahead and try to distract them a little bit. The cool thing about motion trackers is you can overload them, and what that does is it creates a bunch of noise. And as you can see, these guys are fucking off back to where that motion tracker was. I'm gonna set one more right here while I remember it, in case we need to do that again. But this will give us some room to breathe, and room to breathe is really the name of the game a lot of the time. You know. So, nothing here to pick up. We're doing pretty good on supplies, not exactly full, but we're doing well enough that I don't think we're at risk of not being able to heal or anything like that. So this is not the room we're looking for. We've got a live one here somewhere. Hopefully we'll be able to extract him. Laying down. Oh.
This is the place. Stay alert. There's something attached to his head.
Careful!
Yeah, no, he's a
others
goner.
on Pioneer, and to that guy in the HQ. Can we get it off him?
Give it a try, I guess. We play a scene from the original Aliens.
Back off, the tail's constricting. It'll strangle the poor bastard. We could take him back to the Otago.
Fuck
Maybe
no.
Booker can...
You are not taking him to medbay. We can't risk the contamination.
Thank you, Michael.
God damn it. All right.
Finally,
Can't leave him
away
here
you
like this.
person with some common sense
Squad
when it
leader.
comes to Xenomorphs.
Put him out of his
That
misery
is
and then get back to the
also a
mission.
refreshing surprise with the story here.
Movement.
Do you get
Alright,
it?
we're gonna do what we should have done. We're gonna kill this guy before
Nightmare friend,
gets his
stop,
chest
buddy.
torn open. Wait. Have we made some noise now?
Next time, do it quietly. Each shot might draw these creatures'
Oh
attention.
god. This is not a good place to get stuck. We have made some noise. And we're gonna run for it, because if we get stuck here, we're not gonna have a lot of places to go.
Listen up.
Good. Alright, we gotta get the hell out of here, Marines. We're gonna keep moving slow. Is there another way through here? We're gonna go the opposite way of where the xenomorphs are going. Oh, and it's still gonna take us out. So, I'm not gonna go through that door. I have a feeling they're gonna come in through that door. And we're gonna hit them with some cover and fire. Alright, we're gonna keep moving back. Oh, shit. Ah! Get some tactical analysis in. We're gonna shotgun this guy. Oh, there's more. Alright, I think I might have goofed here. Oh my god. That could have went very, very poorly for us. And looking at Mr. Sharp here, Leon Sharp, I feel like he took the brunt. And that is absolutely karma for being a smartass about the elevator later. But I am a merciful lieutenant, so I will let him heal. I think... Oh! These distractions are gonna be the end of me. Alright, hurry up, let's get those shots off. I want that thing dead. Preferably now. Good. We didn't get an acid splash either.
Situations like this.
So, we're gonna actually finish healing up. Just because I want to get these Marines out of here alive. Oh. Oh! Damn it. Alright, so I'm gonna activate Retribution. What that's gonna do is that's gonna heal 1 point of health on all of my Marines. It's also gonna quickly regenerate command points, so I can use stuff like that. Now, we do have an infinite onslaught coming in 14 seconds, which is not ideal, especially considering we don't have any smart guns currently. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take up a defensive position. I'm gonna weld this door, make sure that the aliens aren't coming at us through there, and then hopefully, let's see where they're gonna be coming from. Okay, so there's a good chance they're gonna come through this door. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna quickly run over and give ourselves a little bit of room. Now, for aliens, it doesn't seem like that much of an onslaught, to be honest. We're gonna have a little bit of time to set up here, unless they move in different directions.
Fire and check your targets.
Oh, unless they show up on the wrong side behind us. Let's get some covering fire on this side as well. And we're just gonna go ahead and oh fuck. And they're breaking through that door there. Well, we're gonna use up our last tool, and we're gonna get a grenade shot off there. We got some dismemberments there. If we can kill these guys before they get to us, we can start moving in this direction again, and I think that's what I'm going to do, because getting sandwiched from both sides by xenomorphs does not sound like the best thing. We have grinded... Oh, the one's still alive. Let's see if we can take him out before he does too much damage. Oh, and they're behind us again. Wonderful. I have 0 command points. I'm probably going to get squad wiped.
Absolutely badass!
And we've taken out the massive onslaught. And somehow we've survived.
You're dead, man.
Alright, well, oops, pressed escape there, wrong button. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm gonna give my Marines a bit of rest. We're at the 2nd level of stress. Now, I believe if you end the mission at a lower level of stress, it won't affect your guys, but if you leave the mission with any kind of stress level, that will go towards their mental health, and you'll eventually have to... Oh, damn, this guy's bleeding. Let's actually get you healed up first. But yeah, you'll have to send them to a psychiatric unit, which takes time, right? And, you know, there is a death clock eventually in this game, so, you know, you won't have infinite days always. But while we do, right, the only real negative of taking up days right now is that the infestation level is increasing. We've already set the infestation level to 3, so I expect about a third of the way through the game we're going to be having max aliens all the way through, so I don't really care. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take my time and be methodical about it, and I will take as many deployments as I need. So, this looks like a good place to pull up. I think this is the only exit or entrance. I'm going to weld this door and create a shelter for us. So, as you can see here, guys, when the stress goes up, you'll have certain debuffs like Disruptive, right? So this Marine will take stress damage and give an additional stress damage to your other Marines. Berserk, lose less accuracy and spending twice as much ammo, which we don't really have a lot of, right? These, you know, all these debuffs are absolutely unacceptable. So what we're going to do is we're going to give our Marines some rest. Hopefully that might clear out some of the bugs in the area as well. But whatever the case, right, we've saved the game, and if we get completely wiped, we'll at least be able to come back to here, which is after the onslaught.
Like a day on the farm.
Now, I honestly didn't believe we were going to survive that. I thought we were about to get wiped, so it is a pleasant surprise. Let's see if we can keep this momentum going. Now, I'm going to avoid aliens as much as I can.
It's reading right, man, look.
Alright. Oh shit. Close that door. I am not gonna spend ammo. I'm gonna find a way to get through here. Let's figure out where we're actually going, because I feel like that's important. Find McNeil. Who the hell is McNeil? Alright. I'm gonna pay attention to the squad here. That movement seems to be coming from inside the complex, so I'm not too worried about it right now. What I am worried about, though,
It's reading right, man, look.
are the ones that are outside here on the catwalk. We're pretty exposed here. There's not a lot of places to take shelter and cover. So if we get spotted, it's going to be another fight. And quite frankly, guys, I don't think my Marines have it in them. That onslaught almost wiped us. We have no more toolkits for any kind of tactical... what's it called? Any kind of tactical analysis. And so I really, really don't want to do it. Oh, nice. So that alien was very kind and turned around, xenomorph. Oh shit, but I'm about to get spotted by another alien. So we're gonna quickly run in here, hopefully. Oh, and we've been spotted. And now I'm gonna go to an area where I can actually hold off. Alright, I'm gonna toss a flare right here. We're gonna shotgun this area. We've got Xenos coming on both sides, so I'm gonna do my best to make that one side. Don't have any command points, so my Marines are gonna have to depend on their amazing shooting skills and their accuracy, which at level 1 is not that great.
I want this thing to go smooth like numbers.
Oh shit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah! Okay, shotgun this guy. And actually finish him off too. And then we're gonna hold off these 2 aliens here. 3. Get some distance between us. Kill that bastard. Go on, moving back, Marines. We ain't got time to stand still. Oh shit. Alright, we're gonna use Retribution again. Oh! That is more than I thought they were. Give you a nice grenade shot right there. And we'll get some covering fire on this side. Once we have command points, things get a lot easier, but they go pretty quick. Actual objectives. We've got an objective happening right here. Find Mitchell, or find McAllen, I should say. And I'm guessing he's in here.
We're too late for these poor souls. Killed from the inside. Bad way to go.
Door's welded shut. Someone made the right call.
Reading a personal transmitter on the other side. Could be a live one.
Alright, Marines. Get him out.
Oh, and we're out of ammo. Luckily, we still got shotguns and grenades. And I think one of our dudes still has ammo. Once we get this guy out, what I think I'm going to do is actually get the hell out of here. Oh. That is not good. We are about to face a complete onslaught again. And quite frankly, we are not going to make it this time. Sorry, McAllen. Oh, boys. Boys, move back. Move back. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, move back. We got a Marine down. We got a Marine down. I need that command point. I need that command point. Retribution. No, get him, get him, get him, get him! Oh. And we've been killed in action. Alright, so Nightmare difficulty is a little bit different than medium and hard. Let's give it another go.
Next time they walk right up in the back.
We're gonna rest up, just because for some reason the game likes to save before you actually rest. So it's important that you remember to do that, because then you won't get your stress relief if you don't. So let's set the objective just so we know what we're doing. I think the only thing we have to do here before we can bug the hell out of there is find McAllen. So he's going to be down here on the map. It would be cool, actually, if I were to set some more motion trackers, actually. Let's see if I can set 2 of them here. Or at least 1 more. And probably I'll be able to distract the aliens for long enough to get McAllen out of there. I don't remember if McAllen's alive or if he's going to be another engineer that's covered in facehuggers. I hope he is, because we could really use the resources. Engineers, you can never have enough engineers in this game. So, we've welded that door. We're going to head on over here, and we're going to run for it. Just because we've been through here before, I don't want to spend as much time. But let's see what this guy has. I hope it is a toolkit. It was nothing. Okay, that works too.
Nobody touched nothing. Roger, that's what you want to say. We're in here.
Alright, so my only concern is that if I use the overload on these trackers right now, there's going to be a bunch of aliens that are going to use this catwalk to run, or use this this corridor to get there, which will run them directly into me, and that is not something we want.
It's reading right, man, look.
This time around seems to be going a little better. We took a bit of a different route. but it seems a little clear. So now that we're here, actually, I am gonna... Actually, should I? I don't think I will. We're pretty clear. The xenomorphs have taken a bit of mercy on us, which is a disgrace that I will never
We're
forgive.
too late for these poor souls.
Uh,
Killed from the
but
inside.
since it's the case, let's make the
Bad
best of
way
it.
to go.
Door's welded shut. Someone made the right call.
Reading a personal transmitter on the other side. Could be a live one.
All right, Marines. Get him out.
I'm on it.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Who's there? Who are you? Are you with the company?
Take it easy, man. We're the USCM Corps. I'm under the orders of Sergeant Harper and in contact with Administrator Hayes from Pioneer Station.
It's Joe McAllen, technician 2nd grade. Please, don't leave me here, please.
Technician? Chief Corrigan could probably use another pair of hands.
No way he's getting in my dropship. How do you know he's not infected? Infested, Hunslet. These things are parasites, not a disease. Marines, you reckon we can trust him?
I mean, he welded that door pretty tight to keep these guys at bay.
Just keep an eye on him, will you?
Squad lead, bring him back to
With
the
the
ARC.
way kind of chest bursters
Stay
work in the
alert.
Aliens movies,
I don't
I
want
feel
any
like
surprises.
if he isn't
All
already
right,
dead,
stay
we're good.
calm, Joe. We're getting you out of here. Stay with us. We'll get you back
Unless
to
you're
our
Ripley in
transport.
Alien Resurrection. Or Alien 3, I should say, actually. Ugh.
Affirmative.
Not my favorite movies of the series. I will always be a mega fan of Aliens. But yeah, let's take this guy with us. He's gonna give us some nice extra resources on the daily. And you know, as long as you're buying your keep, I will keep you safe. We're basically an extortion ring here at the at the Colonial Marine Corps. So there's a bug right here. Luckily, it seems to be going in the opposite direction. I will do this now. Because one, we got one round of ammo left, so if we get seen, we're most likely screwed again. But two, this engineer is a civilian. He ain't a big bad, ultimate badass like we are. So if he gets in an infinite onslaught, or if he gets in an onslaught, he'll probably die pretty fast. Which, you know, what was the point in saving him then? Went through all this trouble, got squad wiped, just for him to die? No way, man. But actually, let's figure out the way to the elevator here. We have no visibility into how it's going. Sorry, man, I keep clicking escape instead of the other thing I was trying to click. No visibility. Let's actually see what's in here.
But stay frosty.
Absolutely. Stay frosty, Hicks. Alright.
Come on.
Some toolkits. This is good. And while we're at it, we can call the elevator. I think I'm gonna hold off on giving medical aid to my Marines. On medium and oh snap. Go. On medium and hard, right? Medkits will heal a lot more than they do on Nightmare, which I just realized in that last clip. Here we'll get about 2 bars of healing, which now suddenly medkits don't seem so abundant anymore. We're at 0% stress. We didn't have any combat after we rested the last time, so none of my Marines are going to be taking the psychological pain home with them.
You copy?
Which is good, because that costs me time. Oh yeah, and I care about the Marines' well-being and stuff like that. Like any lieutenant would, you know?
Squad online.
If you need a ride or more firepower, squad, don't forget I can provide both with the ARC.
Absolutely.
Just find me a tactical position and I'll join you.
So I'm going to open our map. We're going to move the ARC over here. Another cool mechanic I love about this game, the ARC on the map, right? Move it around, put it in tactical position so you can redeploy your squad. So you can get into the ARC and go to another tactical position. And this will let you get, across the map pretty fast without the risk of drawing aliens. But aside from that, the ARC is basically a big turret, right? So if you're ever within range of the ARC during an onslaught, I highly recommend running towards it because it'll save your ass as well. So, we've got a guy here. There's several different things we can do with the ARC once we're there. Since we have a civilian with us, let's go ahead and extract him. And since we're damaged and out of ammo, let's go ahead and extract ourselves as well. Yeah. Thank you. Never thought I'd get out of there
Looks
alive.
like
Yeah.
Gorman's gonna get that extra pair of hands.
Hey, you passing the bar? Bring me back some of the good stuff.
Oh, Hanslet. Alright, heading back to the Otago. Alright boys, let's take a look at the stats on this first run. I think I'll be ending my video here today just to keep them a bit shorter. But we got all of our Marines wounded, all of our Marines tired, and all of our Marines have went up in a level, which is excellent. Now in terms of the damage we've done, we've rescued an engineer, we got 3 tools, 2 medical supplies, these also carry over, and we got 23 materials. So we'll see if that's enough. We need about 100 to get the sniper rifle, I think. It's either 100 or 200. I'm really hoping it's 100. But yeah, that's been this video. Alright Marines, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new if you're playing Dark Descent yourselves. Stay tactical, stay strong, and click that like and subscribe button to become ultimate badasses. I'll see you in the next one.